AITA for saying to my wife that it's either we split the lottery winnings now or we split everything through a divorce. My wife and I recently won a decent amount of money from the lottery. It wasn't the jackpot, but it was enough to pay off our mortgage, which was huge, and still have a good amount left over. With the mortgage gone, our biggest weekly cost disappeared, and we talked about how we could both scale back at work, just work school hours, and spend more time with the kids. That was always a dream when we bought lotto tickets. Not quitting life, just buying back time. When we found out we won, it felt like we were on the same page. We paid off the house, talked about maybe taking a vacation, and for a day or two it felt perfect. But things took a turn really fast. My wife started talking about how amazing it was going to be to finally not have to work anymore, at all. I was caught completely off guard. We've always agreed that even with no mortgage, we'd still need to work at least part-time to maintain our lifestyle. On my salary alone, we could survive, but it would be tight, and we definitely couldn't afford the extras we enjoy. I asked if she was serious. She said, "Of course. It was my ticket. I get to decide." I was stunned. We've always bought tickets together, but once we moved in together, we agreed to only buy one at a time to save money. The assumption was it was a joint purchase. We've had this routine for years, but now she's saying it was hers and hers alone. I tried to reason with her. I suggested she take a long break or some unpaid leave, use some of the winnings to relax for a while, but that she still needs to keep her job part-time. I said, "If I'm working school hours, so should you." She flipped, called me a gold digger, said I was ruining her happiness, that she's worked hard her whole life and now finally gets to enjoy it. It shocked me. This isn't like her. I asked for a pause in the conversation because honestly, her behavior scared me. Not physically, but emotionally. It was like she became someone else overnight. A few days later, I tried to talk to her again. Nothing changed. She just said she was going ahead and quitting her job. That was the final straw. I told her if she's going to treat the winnings like they're hers alone, I'm not going to play along. I told her I'd rather divorce and go through the courts. Since the house is paid off and in both our names, I'd get half, meaning half of what's left is mine anyway. She screamed again, called me selfish, a gold digger, and said I was trying to ruin what should be the happiest time of our lives. I'm absolutely exhausted. I feel like I don't recognize her anymore. We always had shared goals. We were a team. We agreed money wouldn't change us. But here we are, and it's like I'm living with a stranger. I've tried everything, compromise, logic, empathy, but she won't budge. I feel like I would have rather never won anything than deal with this. So, AIT for telling my wife that if she won't share the winnings, I'll divorce her and take half anyway.